What's going on, everybody? Are we ready for a little bit of basketball tonight? You would think the world has come to an end as 7'4" Zach Edey and the rest of the Purdue Boilermakers take a trip straight back to the house. Man, I've been sitting here thinking about how I felt about that, how I feel about this Kent State team. And you know what? I think the only thing that I can really say about all that is Purdue was not a great defensive team. They relied heavily, for 30-some points normally on Zach Edey, and they lived and died by freshman guards. We're not in too much of a better position than they are right now. That being said, I do think that, our freshman guards and sophomore guard combination is a little bit better than what they have, and I think we got the inside game to win. Because it's more diverse. We have three guys down in the paint that can play good basketball. Kent State proposes a lot of problems for us. And I think whoever decides to guard Sincere Gary today is going to have to do a great job at that, because that young man can absolutely ball. Let me get the stream actually brought up over here, because I was sitting here and lost track of time. But number one does go down, and I would, you win the Big Ten in the regular season and the Big Ten tournament, and then you lose in the first round of the NCAA tournament to a 16 seed. I'm still perplexed how that happens. CJ Zinfo is in the house, drops the 99-cent super sticker. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that very much. Okay, I'm going to go back up here because it's going to be one of those eventful days. It just is. I can see it coming. Josh started out early saying Fairleigh Dickinson may upset Purdue. As we're watching Drake try to knock off Miami right now, and they're going back to the free throw line. Dabney, upset alert. What up, Diesel? Josh, after you got him, goodbye, Purdue. What's up, Mostly? Nice to see you. There I was when I first got back to the house. And then our good friend Riley Morris saying the Big Ten's weak as, and Indiana's going to get blown out. And he could be right. Sean says, kind of bummed. Had Purdue losing to Memphis on Sunday. I knew they'd be the first number one out, so I was close. Good call, Sean. And then CJ Jake, Choke City, Purdue stinks when it comes to the dance. Snowman's in the house. How about them? There it is. Where is it? How about them cats? Yes, sir. And then Sean says, since 2016, Purdue has lost to a 12, 13, 15, and 16, and to an 11 in 2011. Well, I did guarantee you they don't want to be a 3 seed next year. And that begs the question, what would you guys rather be? Would you guys rather have that Big Ten hardware and be going into the tournament as the number 1 seed and lose to a 1? Or would you rather sneak in and maybe lose an Elite 8 or a Sweet 16 game and sneak in, as a 3 or a 4 seed? What would be more important to you? Honestly, I would rather have the Big Ten hardware to start with and get the postseason accolades later. But some people are different, and I'm not sure. I don't think I'd want to be known as a guy that lost to a 16 seed. That's the other part of that. Nevertheless, we got a minute and 15 to go here, plus about a 15-minute warm-up. Memphis is in a scrap right now. Baylor got by the Snails, I believe, or the Slugs. Painter's playing upset bingo. Hey, you know what? I mean, if I'd had the cojones to bet on some of that stuff, The Arizona game is the one that makes me angry. Hey, Tucker. This is MH. I have best of luck to IU. Let's go Hoosiers. Yes, sir. MH Tucker, whatever, my friend. Thank you very much. What's up, Mike? Let's go Hoosiers. Yes, sir. We're ready for that. We got about 51 seconds to go here as Miami's finally gained a little bit of control over this. Yeah, IU gets to see all that. You know what? And you know what? Playing the last round of the first round, the last game of the first round, it gives you the ability to have a little bit of perspective in what can happen. Let's not sugarcoat anything. This team has the ability to lose to anybody, just like a lot of these other teams. We don't have the experience in the backcourt. We really do miss Xavier Johnson. So that's why, it's going to come down to our 3, our 4, and our 5. And you just got to hope that our guards play defense and one of them gets fairly, into the game. I really hope it's Shafino with the mid-range. And Galloway plays defense today. And let's let Tamar Bates hit a few triples. What's up, Diesel? Nice to have you back. I am kind of worried about our backcourt. I'm worried about our youth. I know Creek stopped in here earlier and dropped all the negatives because he's a guy that's very analytical when it comes to this, and he's just got it in his head that this is a bad matchup for us. I think it's a bad matchup because of our experience level. I think we're battle tested. I think we've played against teams that are much more physical, have a lot better will. Teams that we've played that are similar to this, Illinois, Terrence Shannon, and this Carey kid are pretty similar. Not so much Iowa. I'm trying to think of another team that this really seems to emulate. Penn State, very similar looking. That mid-major, grindy out type of beat you with a 3. Solid guard play. Let's see, 41 seconds to go, and Drake just misses it, and they had an opportunity. Now they got a foul, and they do. Oh my gosh! You know what? I haven't even looked, Diesel. After I saw Arizona lose, I lost my heart. My heart sunk. Okay. That's what Alex put in. She put in the Discord. No, they don't. Sincere Carey, their guard, is pretty dang good, though. We're going to say his name a lot today. They played competitive against Gonzaga. They lost to College of Charlestown. They lost to somebody, one team in their conference. I can't remember. I think it was Akron or Toledo. And that's going to be the ball game. Miami's going to survive, it looks like. I still want to see because I'm pretty much done. So just so you guys know that it will not be a me or an Alex winning the bracket challenge this year for sure. After I lost Arizona, I was pretty well sunk, I believe. And let's see. let's get it brought up here really fast while Miami adds to their lead. I guess I'm still in fourth place. John Jansen's in first right now with the highest potential score. John's awesome. Let's see. Yeah, my max score right now is like 103. So, and then Drake just missed another one, and there's another foul. This one's over. So Miami's going to advance. Jim Larinaga is a pretty good coach there at Miami. Jake says IU by 8. I believe this game will be fairly ugly, honestly. K-State's got the early lead on, I guess that's Montana State. I don't even remember who they played. Diesel, you know what? I'm scared to get the first round monkey off our back, honestly. You saw what's happened to, the likes of, Illinois and Iowa so far. And you just don't, and now Purdue, you just don't want to see it be you. Survive, what is it? Advance and survive, or survive and advance. And that's going to be the ball game. And Miami's going to hold off for the dub. They're going to beat Drake. Man, I tell you what. Ready to rock and roll. Iowa lost to Auburn. Houston and Auburn's going to be nasty. That's going to be a nasty game. That's going to be a 55 to 49 game, something like that. Josh, I have that same feeling. Xavier Johnson not playing really put a damper on that feeling early on, but you just got to believe. Yeah, John, congratulations. You're tied for the lead, and you got the highest possible outcome still left in the tournament. So congratulations. Hopefully you can carry that on. I haven't seen how your bracket finishes out, but I hope you carry it all the way through. Never pick Arizona and Virginia. See, I feel really bad for Armand Franklin at Virginia. How good would we be if he still would have stayed here and rode this out? I believe. I don't. You know what? Tonight might be the toughest game we have before we could see out of the 3 possible to see an Elite 8, Diesel. I really agree with that wholeheartedly. I just think that, Herb Sendek is a really good coach. This Kent State team is very well prepared. I know they're going to play their best basketball, and I think we can defend. I really, in my heart, believe we can if we just get back to playing defense like we did, in that one stretch through the season where we came out and just defended. The offense clicked when we played defense, and I think that's really all we need to do. I think pound the ball inside. Texas, Kansas, Missouri, and Michigan State. Well, you know what? To have a Final Four, John, you got to have 4 teams still playing, and you do have that. Ready though. The warm-ups are probably going to be another 20 minutes, so we're going to sit here for a hot minute, and that's okay. could break out another game. But, I sit here and watch yesterday, and I really thought a number one was going down yesterday. I jumped in here, and we hung out for a little while, and I spoiled that. Maybe I could have jumped in here today and saved Purdue. I don't know. Honestly, and seeing Purdue lose does make me a little upset because I want to see the Big Ten do well. What's up, Ben? How you doing, brother? Ready for this to get going here. I hate sitting here waiting. Yeah, I'm telling you, I think our game plan today should be to just stuff the Sincere Carry, try to really affect how he plays the game, stay in his space, and make somebody other than him beat us. These golden flashes, we played before. There's the end of the Purdue game they're showing, and what a bad shot. Man, look at them guys from Fairleigh Dickinson, man. They were yeah, Sean, that's it. Did Alex pick Purdue? No, she laughed when Purdue lost, Peter, so I'm going to say she didn't. Or she did pick Purdue. I'm sorry. See, that's what we can't do, Sean. We got to, when it's crunch time, we got to feed our bigs. Every team I've seen that lost so far just gave up on the inside game and went out to the three-point line. If we shoot 25 threes, we're done. There's no possibility that we'll win if we shoot that many behind the arc. No. And we're pretty good about manning up and playing tough. We play physical basketball. This is all you're going to see on SportsCenter for like a week. Oh, Lauren, sorry about you're fighting Illini. The Big Ten has struggled. Hopefully we can muster one more win today for our conference and get out of this a little bit better going forward. Michigan State, Iowa, or Michigan State, Northwestern, Penn State, and Maryland all played pretty good basketball. All these games are tough. Absolutely. No, Diesel, if Xavier wouldn't have gotten hurt this year, I wouldn't have a lot of worries at all. I would be very confident right now. Thank you, Lauren. But you're right, though. I still, once we got to get on this floor and get out here and get started, get this thing going. I'm a little nervous right now. I didn't have no caffeine, so I can't let that bother me. Let's see. Florida Atlantic is kicking the snot out of Memphis right now. Let's see what we got here. Montana State and K-State in a lockdown type of match. Marquette played pretty good today. Iona played really good for a half. Kennesaw State took Xavier to the wire. That's about where I had them at, 16 or Elite 8. Yeah, I want to see good school. I just want to see a D. I want to see him play D. I want to see him to man up and play some serious D. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, that what is that? 31-3 though, whatever their record is. Let's see. 31-3. Yep. And now they have an opportunity. Yeah, that's a pretty solid point, John. So Florida Atlantic, let's put this into perspective. They come in as a 9 seed with a 31-3 record. Kent State comes in at a 13 or whatever they are. Yeah, 4-13. And they have a very comparable record. Though their only losses come, to decent teams: Houston, Gonzaga, College of Charlestown, and Toledo didn't even make the tournament. Did Toledo win their NIT game? Oh, they're the team that lost to Michigan. Michigan beat Toledo. That's right. Yeah, that is. I mean, that's 2-1 versus quad 1, but fortunately they won their conference, so they don't have to worry about an at-large. But then again, the game at Gonzaga is telling. Yeah, hi Lindsay. Yeah, I just had to look that back up because I wasn't really squared away with that. Toledo lost to Michigan, and I watched that game. Got to have me a couple snacks here before we get started. Tomorrow at 2. I might actually be home. I want to see how much time we got before the tip here. All right. 10:35. We still got 17 minutes before tip. I probably did, Diesel. I think I picked Indiana to the Final Four. Of course I did. I give up because I pick on the NCAA tournament bracket. I pick with my heart. I don't always pick with my brain, but that might be my saving grace, right? A lot of folks in here probably picked him at least to that Elite 8 game. 18 minutes till tip. Race Thompson's my guy today. Usually when we play the mid-majors, he comes up big in the paint. You know what? I'll tell you who I really want to see come back to life is Jordan Geronimo. I want to see him and Caleb Banks get some minutes today. What's up, Creek? Are you feeling any better yet, brother? Not feeling any better? It's all good. And that's what it's about, Peter. Everybody picks what they want, and this bracket's a pain in the butt. That's okay too, John. Some people pick with their heart. Some people pick by team colors. Some people pick by mascots. Oh, I agree. Well, the good news for me in my life is that I really don't listen to them. I really look at Kent State as a Penn State type team. That's how I see them. You know, we got to get to the free throw line. You know, Creek, I really only had two things in this game that I really felt we needed to do. And that was defend against carry and make sure that the ball goes through the post. Well, there you go. I just think that if we run our game through the post, if we make sure that we get a post touch in every possession, I feel like we're going to be in good shape. And I am starving, so. Diesel, I'm so scared. I know, bro. My bracket's already busted. I can only get 100 points total. Man, my anxiety's already kind of kicking in tonight. Had no caffeine. I can already feel myself getting antsy. I'm ready for it to start. But anyway, thank you guys very much for hanging out today. We will have fun regardless. John made 4 brackets, 2 here, 2 on CBS, ESPN, and this one's doing the best. Well, John, I'm rooting for you, brother. Better hit our free throws today, fellers. I had to take down my showing the brackets. Well, I didn't have to take it down. They blocked it. They didn't like that one, even though it was like 2 minutes till later.
I'll tell you something, Auburn. I hope I'm wrong tomorrow. I hope I'm wrong. I'm good.
Oh, look at Chuck's bracket. Now, he's probably doing better than me, so. This is the game out of the first few games that I'd be most worried about. I'd love to play Miami. Memphis has tied Florida Atlantic with 2:34 left to go in the first, so that one has kind of come back. I'm telling you, I'm stoked so far. Yeah, you know what? It's been the pain has been spread out pretty good. It looks better than mine, I'll tell you. Man, I'm telling you what. It's really hard to pick a good bracket. Man, let's go. I'm ready to start. I'm nervous. That's why I'm eating. Tell me something, Creek. How does Purdue lose that game? No shots for Zach Edey the last 12 minutes. How do you not make sure he gets the ball in the post? Hi, Angie. How does that happen? Freshman guard play. That's what I'm afraid of. There's my fear. It seems like when we stick to our game plan, we do well. As soon as we start thinking we got Supermen out there shooting threes, we go to crap pretty quick. Memphis has a 1-point lead. Our freshman plays, yeah. He just shoots inconsistent. But you got that in your head for sure. We got to handle the pressure. You know, I would be content today with Jalen Hood-Schifino not shooting. See, I don't have the awful feeling. I see I feel better. I feel not bad. I mean, I suppose. There you go, Pizzle. Pizzle's got his Florida Atlantic Owls to cheer for. That's right, Josh. Start feeling good. I'm starting getting some confidence back up. Now, these Experian cow commercials are starting to kill me, though. I hope Geronimo plays today. I tell you what, the rest ought to have done our kids some good. You meant Galloway. I knew what you meant. Yeah. I just want to stop. I just want to stop Sincere Carry. That's who I want to stop. I watched, and I feel like he's the catalyst. If we can make him play rough and take it at him. What's up, Benjamin? My brackets are blown up. Arizona, Virginia, Purdue. I didn't have Purdue in the. I didn't have Purdue losing just yet, but yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm scared of a team that goes Zone Creek, honestly. We should be less than 5 minutes to tip. My wife's going to be screaming here in a little while because I'm going to be yelling. Hey, I'm going to tell you, tonight's going to be the day I'm going to be an animated fool. There's Fundamental Bear. Party's about ready to get started. Teddy boy. Yeah, I mean, there you go. See, we're so inconsistent. We just don't know what we're going to get, Teddy boy. Thank you for the comment. I appreciate it. Have no idea. I wouldn't have. If John Shire wins a national championship with Duke in his first year, thank you, Benjamin. I wish I was sitting in a condo on the Pacific Coast watching TBS as well. But I'll take that. Everybody, if you don't mind, smash the love button for us, please. This little channel here can use all the help it can get. Duke and Texas. Wouldn't that be a storybook type of final? Roach versus his former team. I'm excited. I know depending upon how Indiana does, depends on how I do, NCAA basketball games, but I will probably for sure do the Final Four. I think Trayce is going to take this game over early today. Let's get it. Ready to rock and roll. See, Tennessee proposes a problem. Tennessee is very defensive orientated, and they can absolutely get into your game plan. But you're right. They're terrible on offense. Right now, if you gave me a choice, would I want the better Indiana defense or the better Indiana offense to show up? And I would probably take the defensive team. I'll take the defensive team with fast break points and turnovers. Ride the big dog, Vance. Ride the big dog. Yeah, Creek, I hope Galloway's on carry too, just for the physicality portion of it. He'll be in his face. He won't give him much room to operate. He may get by him and score a few baskets, but, he's going to have to earn it. I can't either, Teddy. I don't. They've got about 3 game runs in them. Yeah, last year's tournament, when playing in the first 4 and then going out and traveling out west to play St. Mary's, that really hurt my soul. But that game there, it just felt like they didn't have no energy for that game. They had to play all the way into the semis in the Big Ten tournament. Creek, I'll take 60-40, bro. I got anxiety going because I'm just ready to get this thing started. We should be a minute or so from tip-off, so when we get back, this thing is going to roll. So, hold on. God dang it. Let's get over here. First, Rob Senderoff. Kelvin Sampson is next. Let's go IU. Man, I want to cuss so bad, Fundamental Bear, but blank an A, bro. That's what I'm talking about. You're my hero. Thank you very much. What's up, Dabney? Let's go. How far did I have Purdue going in the bracket? I ain't going to lie. I had them going like one more game. I'm glad you found us. You definitely fit the mold of the folk I like in here, Fundamental, and that's what it's all about. I feel bad. I'll tell you who I feel bad for. There's only one person I feel bad for on the Purdue loss, and that's Joelle, because Joelle comes in here and she's a good fan, and she promotes the conference, and she's a Purdue fan, and I feel bad for her, but I don't like seeing it because I want to see the Big Ten do well. I feel like we don't get respect for our conference. But, Purdue played on Saturday and Sunday. They had to play them 3 days in a row, and then they come in here on a Friday and get beat. Michigan State is starting to play, and they're getting good guard play, Teddy. Did you watch today? Them 3 guards played well. We play great non-conference, Angie. We play tough in conference. A lot of teams have very equal records. If you remember, we had 7 teams tied for second place. It's a very, very tight league, and some teams have different weaknesses, and they just run into the wrong type of team. Let's go, man. Nail biting has already started. I don't bite my nails. Thank goodness. There's Coach Woody, 632 in his second season. Second Indiana coach to make the tournament in his first 2 seasons. Let's see him get it. I'll learn these Kent State players as we go. And there's the tip, and that's going to be controlled by Schifino. Over, down to Trayce. Oh, and he missed the dunk. Great start. Didn't get it to go down. Here comes Carey with Kent. He feeds it inside looking. Turn around, baby floater. No good. Rebound. Brace Thompson. Here comes Schifino back the other way. And Indiana will set quick. Goes to the right side looking to get it to Trayce. Gets it to Trayce just outside the block. He backs this guy in. Here, no help coming yet. Works the double team. Turn around, short off the front iron. Little short on that turnaround jump shot. And we are going to start. No, it's okay, Josh. This will happen. Miller Kopp's defending out high on the post, on the point. Galloway's over there on carry, and he goes around, hands it off to the right wing. Wing over to top of the key, left wing. Working on Schifino. Back across to the middle. Looking, probing, nothing doing. Carey's got the ball. There comes help. He's got the mismatch. He has Trayce on him. Step back. Good defense. And Galloway controls the board. He's going to start the break to Trayce. Trayce gets up, feeds Trayce. Trayce lays it up and in. Indiana leads 2-0. Here comes Carey back the other way, and Kent State looks to push. Carey will set the offense out high. Goes around a pick. There's the switch. He goes around Trayce. Throws it cross court into the corner. Nothing. Race defending. Looking. Throws it up. What was that? The weirdest looking shot I've ever seen. It looked like he traveled. 20 on. They reset. Carey's going to drive on Galloway. Gets to the basket. And Galloway's going to foul him hard. And Sean, I got to say that does pay a dividend at the end of the year. Carey with the great ball fake to get Galloway off his feet. All right. Sincere Carey, 17 points a game, is at the free throw line. I didn't realize that he wasn't not a big dude. He's built like a good point guard. First point of the game for Kent State. First foul of the game on Indiana. Second free throw is also good, and we are tied 2-2. No real press so far. Here comes Schifino across the timeline. He gets it to Kopp on the wing. Kopp's looking, feeds Trayce at the top of the key. Trayce is going to work his way down, hands it off to Schifino. Schifino step back, short on. No, he makes it. Was that a three? It was a three. Jalen Hood Schifino makes his first J. What's up, Josh? 5-2 Indiana. Carey crosses the timeline. He's got Galloway on him. Galloway does. There's a deep three by Kent. No good. Offensive rebound. Tip pass. And it looks like it's going to stay on this end. It did look. That's what I said, Creek. It looked short, and it just stayed up there. I'm really worried about leaving Galloway on carry with a foul right now, but I know they got to. Looking to drive inside on Kopp. Nothing doing. Feeds the post. Trayce is in pretty good position. Blocks that shot. Here comes Galloway on the he goes all the way to the basket. No good. He short rims it. Here comes K-State back the other way. Looking, thought about the deep three, didn't shoot it. He will reset the offense out high. I like the Miller Kopp headband. Drives the lane. There's another block by TJD. Here comes Schifino. Back to Trayce. And Trayce dunks it home. And one. Jalen Hood Schifino with the nice pass. I'm telling you what, did Trayce commit any one of, was either one of those blocks goaltend? Man, it looked like he was just that high. Race Thompson at the free throw line trying to extend early and does. That was a great pass. I hope Schifino just dishes the ball today and takes a point guard mentality. There we go. Carey's going around the pick. He gets inside, dishes, puts it up and in. Carey gets around the defense and drops it off for an easy assist. And Kent State's down 8-4. Trayce hands off to Schifino. Schifino feeds the block to Race Thompson. Race is trying to work his guy back in. Back out to Jalen. Jalen thinks about shooting it. Feeds it over to Trayce, and it's tip pass. Bad pass. Lazy pass. There's the turnover. Let's see if they can stop him. Carey's going to set the offense. 16:20 to go. Trayce Jackson's out there on Carey. He's looking. He feeds it across court into the corner for three. No help defense, and they hit the three ball. That was a lazy pass, Jim. Ain't going to say. 7-8. Kent State has fought their way right back in. The ball goes down to Trayce. Double teams there. Nobody's follows Galloway to the other side. Trayce starts working the ball down. No double team comes in and out. Back to Schifino, back to Trayce. Over to Miller Kopp. Miller Kopp will draw the foul, and he will go to the free throw line. Yeah, I agree, Creek. Schifino just needs to facilitate. Nathan, what is up, my brother? Yeah, so far, I mean, that's right on, Josh. Free throws are going to be important today. I'd like to, like early in this game, I'd like to see a substitution, get one of these other guards in right now to try to stick Carey for a little bit to kind of protect that second foul on Galloway. I'm ready to watch just to see if Tamar can come in and defend him. I'd like to see if he can early to see what we can do there. I'd like to find out some things about, how this game's going to play. We're only up a point, but I'm pretty proud of the way we started this game. With Trayce Jackson not being able to make a shot thus far, but every shot he's missed has been within 8 feet, both shots, and Galloway missed a layup. Other than that, we are playing pretty perfect so far. Race Thompson's my dude today. Yeah, one bad pass led to 3 points. Super excited today to have this game, you guys. Thank you all for being here. 34 in my house. Please smash the like button. Definitely appreciate that, and participate in the chat. Jim, I respect you, man. You're just like me. I never look at the positives. I only look at what we do wrong and try to get better at. Them missed layups make me mad too. I feel like this Arizona State team, my God, did you see that move? Woo! Can win today. They do overplay. A lot of back cuts would be nice. Teddy says, just give it to Jalen, get out of his way. I want Jalen to point guard it. I want him to be a point guard for sure. Sincere Carey's coaching, man. Look at him. Oh my God, I'm on it, dude. I'm definitely on that type of yeah. They took Schifino's three-pointer away, by the way. Said his foot was on the line. Indiana now leads. Should be 9-7, I would assume, but they're going to work it on the right-hand side. Carey looks. He's going to look in the step back. He does. Galloway's right there. There comes the high pick. He goes around. There's the switch. Indiana's going to switch Trayce on him. He's looking to get around him. Nothing doing. Trayce in great position. Gets inside the lane. Puts up the left-handed floater. No good. Gets his own rebound. Drops it off. What a spin move and a layup. Miller missed one of those free throws, and now we're down a point. Trayce has got it at the top of the key. He spins and drives. Works his way in. Spins, goes up, and there's Trayce Jackson Davis. I see you working, buddy. Gets the layup. Indiana leads 10-9. Carey's trying to work around Galloway. He tries to get 18-footer. No good. Drops it off. Here comes Schifino back the other way. He's going. Step up three. Short off the front iron in transition. Not the prettiest looking shot. Here all the way to the basket and the reverse layup. No good. Trayce with the rebound, and he brings it back the other way. Feeds it inside to Race Thompson. Up and in. Transition basket for Race Thompson. Give the dime to Trayce. Here comes Indiana up 12-9. Here we go, babe. Carey's going to bring it up. He's going to go around the pick. This time, Galloway steps through the pick and works him. He's working him. He looks at it. He's going to have to hand the ball off. Cuts across. Schifino gets a baby hedge there. There goes around Kopp. He throws it inside out. There's the ball's on the ground. Schifino with the steal. He's going to come back the other way. Schifino works it. He splits the D. Goes all the way to the basket. Reverse, no good. Trayce with the rebound. Spins it over cross court to Kopp. Galloway drives. Over to Race for three. Race Thompson buries the triple, and Indiana leads 15-9. Patience really worked good there and moving the ball. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we need. Transition and patience. Take the wide open shot. But that does not happen if Trayce Jackson-Davis doesn't run down the court and follow the play and get that rebound. Second chance points. You know, after he got hurt, Sean, his stroke kind of went away. But if they're going to leave him open like that, I'll let him shoot. How we come out of this timeout is important. Yeah, that was really nice passing. You know, assist is where it's at. You know, I believe that, you know, right now both teams have three, but this showboat one-on-one stuff, I would rather have great passes and easy baskets than guys making plays. Mike, I'm not allowed, brother. I've already had one stream taken down because of putting on what's on the TV. Turner Broadcasting or whoever owns the NCAA does not like that. They yanked down my my Pick'em stream. Can't do it, sir. I apologize, Mike. Wish I could do that. But if you have TBS, which that's where the game is at today, or the CBS app, I believe you can watch it there. And here we go. We're going to come back after the timeout, 6-point lead. No worries, Nathan. I gave him a chance, and he went ahead and decided to keep asking the same question, so I gave him a little bit of a time to think about it. Heck yeah, Josh. Here we go. Here comes Kent crossing the ball. They got it out high. They're going to work it. Goes around a pick onto the right wing. Nothing there. Back to the top of the key. Left wing. Drive, give and go. Drops it down on the baseline. Nothing doing. Great defense. Tamar Bates is in the game. He's defending. Carey looks for the three. Drops it off short. Puts up the reverse. No good. Offensive rebound, tipped up and controlled by TJD. Here we go back the other way. Schifino's content to walk it up. Indiana's on a 7-0 run last 2 minutes. Drops it to Trayce at the top of the key. Trayce gets it over to Race. Back to Trayce. Good Lord. Trayce is going to drive. Throws it over to Tamar. Tamar back out. 9 on the shot clock. Schifino sends him back. Tamar gets it to Trayce. 6, 5. He's going to have to shoot. There comes the double team. Cross court to Kopp for 3. No, off the back rim. No good. Controlled by Kent State. Here they come on the push it across the timeline. Nothing doing there. He's going to set it up high. They're going to work the ball over. I think Carey's got it, and I think Kopp is on Carey now. Keep that in mind. He drives, looking to get around. Nothing there, and they're going to call Miller Kopp for the reaching foul. He's looking at the referee saying, hey, I had him tied up. And look, the first tournament summary. Down go the Boilermakers. You know they ain't going to let that die. Got to stay focused. Carries out high. He's got Schifino on him. He beats him. Goes and drops off the pass, and Trayce misses the block, but does get the rebound. Here he goes the other way. Trayce just about carried it. Schifino to the glass and dunks it. Jalen Hook, Schifino, 17-9. Early 8-point lead. Here comes Kent back the other way. Carey's got it on the right wing. He's looking. Goes around a pick, feeds it across. Drops it over for a deep 3, and he hit it. Malik Renew did not get back into position in time on that. Schifino's going to set up the play. Kopp comes to set the pick. No, he rolls the left wing. There goes Trayce. No. Schifino's sitting out high. There's the pick. He gets it back to Trayce on the give and go. Trayce with a little baby baseline hook, and it is 19-12. Here comes Kent back the other way. So far, nothing doing there. There's almost a steal there by Renew. Carey has got Tamar Bates on him now. He looks. He gets around him. Carey with the layup, and he gets it. Discord link is in the chat. If you want to join It's in the Blood Fams Discord, we would appreciate that. Trayce Jackson's got the ball out high. He hands it off to Kopp. Kopp feeds Trayce down low. Trayce is about 8 foot from the basket. He's going to back himself back in. There comes the double team, and it comes fast, and they get it to pull up, and it's going to be a jump ball. They say it's Indiana's basketball. I don't know what that – I thought we controlled the tip, so I'm not sure if that's a foul or not. 19-14, 10:53 to go. It's okay. Josh, I want to think that this is probably going to be our best opportunity for a couple of years. You know what? And Coach may reload in the offseason, get us some good front court. Who knows? Our back court's going to be pretty dang good next year. And guards do win the tournament. There you go, Sean. I wasn't sure what the deal was there. I'm going to pretend was Trayce limping there? I'm going to pretend that I didn't see that. Well, he was on the ground scrapping for the ball. I'll tell you what, where is Creek? To Creek's point earlier, did you see how fast that when Carey decided to drop that double team in there on Trayce and how effective that was? He got in there pretty quick. There was no way Trayce could not pass right out of it. He was stuck. Keep that in mind. Their double team is pretty vicious. Josh is confident. I love it. I felt good the year when we went to the national championship game, and then I did not feel good when we played Maryland. I'm going to try to see if I can figure out what's going to happen in this world by drinking some smart water today. Thank you guys so much for hanging with me tonight. Fundamental. You give me alcohol and I might start saying some of the things that I truly think. So, and that could end up being bad. That true serum stuff, man. It is St. Patrick's Day. Let me put some green dye in my water. How's that? Oh, man, really quick if I have enough time. Great story. Me and my friends went to a pay lake in high school. We were all about 17, 18 at the time. And somebody had bought us a case of Miller Lite. And we were out there drinking around the campfire. We had a couple cases of it. And about 3 a.m, we popped open the cooler there and pulled out. And back in the day, that was the first time they had the $1 million green can. Didn't realize at the time that there was also prizes like sunglasses and what. And my buddy pulls out the green can of beer that's worth what he thinks is $1 million. And we all go flipping nuts. One of my buddies falls in the fire. We have to throw him in the lake because his clothes are melting. And then we realized that all we won was a pair of Miller Lite sunglasses. I wish some of my friends were here for that, just to talk about that day. But that was one of the funnest days of our life. And it was because we thought we'd won $1 million. Here we go. Miller Kopp gets the ball inbounds. Shafino's got it out high. Shafino works the hedge, feeds it down into the corner, down to Trayce, and the ball is knocked out of bounds. Pass didn't quite get there. Ought to be young and stupid again. There's 3.6 on the shot clock. Kopp tries to get it in to Tamar, and he doesn't do so. I'm telling you what, that Solinger has got quick hands for a little dude. Call a foul. Oh, there's the turnover. Solinger picks it up. Carry for 3. Off the rim, no good. That worked out really good for Indiana. Here comes Shafino. Pushes it to Renew. Renew's swatted. Here goes. They set the offense. Tamar drives over to Kopp in the corner. Kopp from 12. No good. And they're going to call Renew with the foul there. Little sloppy there for just a second. Not sure, Jim. You know, not sure what they're going to the monitor for here. I guess they're looking to decide whether or not the foul on. Let's see what happens. Kopp puts it up. Yeah. I agree. Jim is probably where we're headed. Is Bob Huggins 69 years old? Golly. Well, I guess I can, yeah. All right, 19-14. Here we come back the other way. Shafino's on Carey. I want to see how he matches up. Carey drives on him, goes around the pick. There's the switch. Shafino's now on the post. Trayce is working out there on high, goes all the way to the basket and gets beat. Tipped out to Kopp. Here comes Kopp back to Shafino. Shafino's driving. He stops. Looking to set up, gets into the lane, gets it down to Trayce on the block. Trayce with the baby hook. No good. Tipped up. No good. Tipped up. Who's going to control it? And it's going to be off Renew. It's going to go back to Kent State. Teddy, I agree with that. I feel like that we match up very well with Houston. We match up very well with Miami. We don't match up so well with this Kent State team. I know that sounds hard to believe, but all right, Carey's got it out high. He's got Shafino on him. He works around. He's got Renew. Pulls up for three. Hard off the back rim. No good. What an offensive rebound. Geronimo is in the game. Block out. No good. Shafino controls the glass. Good block out by Jalen. He's going to bring the ball up, and Geronimo is in the game. And Jalen splits the D. Tamar for three. He's wide open. Rims out. No good. Geronimo loses it off his foot. He gets the offensive glass. The good news there, right there, is Geronimo seemed to have some jump in him. We're protecting Galloway from fouls right now. I'm sure he'll be the next sub to come in for Shafino here shortly. And 9:13 to go. Carey comes across the timeline. Indiana's got a good bit of subs there right there, and they're going to get Shafino going through the pick. And Shafino needs to come out right now, I believe, just to get a little bit of a blow. It's our fourth team foul. And to Creek's point earlier, Kent has not been having to foul us, so they've really not used a lot of that pressure. Very reluctant. Working. Gets it down to the free throw line. He drives the lane, takes that inside out, looks to shoot the three, steps inside, nothing. Drives around, gets to the lane, puts it up. And there's another block by Indiana. And here comes Tamar bringing the ball up the court. Tamar is going to feed it over to Geronimo down to Renew. Renew's going to work his way down. No double team. Baby hook is good. Malik Renew with his first two in the NCAA tournament, and Indiana leads by 7. 8:29 to go. Carey crosses the timeline. They're going to work the weave out high. They get it back to the top. Goes around the pick. Tamar Bates is there. He hits the baseline. Drives. Carey's got the ball. He gets in the lane. Feeds it across court. Somebody gets lost in transition. No rebound. The offensive glass puts it back up again. No good. Our rebounding is where we're losing today. Looks like a pretty clean block. Right on, Nathan. Also, for this windy, chilly day, I had some hot cocoa my niece made me. Malik Jacobs is at the free throw line for Kent. His free throw is no good. Let's go. Let's keep this thing rolling. Only giving up 14 points so far in this game. It's a good telling tale for us. Memphis is only up 2 on Florida Atlantic with 15:23 to go. And TCU is losing by 7 to Arizona State, who's balling out. Jalen Hood-Schifino gets a break, and it's well-deserved as he goes to sit down on the bench. Second free throw's up, and it is also no good. Renew controls the glass. Trayce is back in as well as Galloway. Indiana is going to be content to run some half-court offense here as Galloway's running the point. Renew is looking to get the ball down inside. They get it to Renew. He's out at about 12 feet. There comes the double team. He passes out of it. Cross court. Miller drives. 12-footer. No good. I'm glad that Miller's not settling for jump shots from the outside, but I wish he would hit one a little closer. Looking. They feed it across court to Carey. Galloway's on him. Don't pick up your second foul, young man. Looking. Takes the deep three. And oh my flipping God. They're going to call the foul. I do not know that he fouled him. It looked like he fell. But you can't get in his space, and I think that's what they're going to call. Well, they won't let me see it. Kent State's going to have the opportunity for a 4-point play here. Kopp is 0 for 3. Only one of those shots being of the 3-point variety. Yeah, he was already late. That's the problem. He was already late getting there. And while we have a quick break here, I'm going to make a quick pit stop. Be right back, y'all. Yeah, Jim, I get nervous. I tend to start consuming whatever's in front of me. And today I'm a little nervous. Not going to lie, not going to sugarcoat it. Yeah, you know what? Tell me that there is no better feeling than the anxiety that you feel over a March basketball game. I mean, it's good anxiety. It's really good to have your adrenaline kind of pumping through your veins at a constant pace, and then your heart rate go up and down. We need to get back to feeding the post though a little bit more. Get that ball in there to Trayce and let him do some work. Yeah, Angie, I agree. You know what? But the great thing about Indiana's defense so far today, minus a couple threes that we've just fallen off and given up, is that we're not letting them attack the rim. We're protecting the paint. And Race Thompson's been a dog thus far, 10 points early on in this game. Malik Jacobs goes back to the yeah. Free throws up, and he completes the 4-point play. 3-point lead for Indiana. Here we come back the other way. Galloway, Race Thompson, Miller Kopp, Tamar Bates, and Trayce Jackson Davis. Galloway sets the offense. 17 on the shot clock. Hasn't made a pass yet. He's still dribbling out high. Gets it to Tamar. Tamara feeds it over to Race. Race back over to Trayce. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Trayce drives over to Miller Kopp for 3. Money. Inside out. Trayce gets in the lane, feeds back to Miller, and he hits one. That's how you make up for that 4-point play. You come back with a 3 of your own. Kopp has 4. Carey has it out high. Galloway's on him. He's working around the pick. He gets inside. He drives. 12-footer. Short off the front rim. Gets his own rebound. Trayce defends him but can't block him out too. He's going to drive on Race Thompson. He gets inside. And he feeds it inside. And tipped up and in. Offensive rebounds is horrible. Attack the boards. Galloway comes across. Looking. Feeds it to Trayce on the block. There's the double team, and Trayce is going to get that foul. I just want to see them attack that glass. You can go for the 3-point shot later. Attack now. Free throws are going to be important. Creek has already stated that. And we are now officially 3 for 4. I'll take 75%. I'd love to see 80. Second one is good as well. 26-20, Indiana's got the lead. And we got 6 minutes to go. Jacobs is going to drop it off to Carey. Carey's got Galloway on him. Galloway's trying to prevent him from going to his right. He throws it up off the rim. No good. There comes Trayce Jackson-Davis with the rebound. We've got a 5-on-4 situation. Trayce over to Galloway. Galloway drives. Carey gets back in D. Galloway just drops a big air ball as he leaves it short. Memphis holds a 3-point lead with 11:34 to go over Florida Atlantic. K-State's extended to 10. And here we go. Carey's got it out high, feeds Jacobs, the only 2 that I've learned so far. Jacobs steps 16-footer, no good, tipped out. They're not trying to rebound. They're trying to just tip it to their guys. There goes Carey driving on Galloway. Galloway cuts him off quick and sends him back out. 12 on the shot clock. Working, looking, dribbling around, passes it down. Tamar Bates is there. Back to Carey. Looks. He drives the lane. Back behind the back. And he throws it up. They're going to check that to make sure he got that off in time. He did get it off. Why would they? I think it's good. There, it's off his fingers. I'm not going to fault that defense there by Galloway at all. No, but I seen Tom Izzo get in Sissoko's face today like a champ. And Sissoko was so tall over him, he had to bend down. Galloway to Race. Race over to Kopp. Kopp looking. They're fronting Trayce, trying to not let him get the basketball. Over to Galloway. To Bates. Bates drives. Over to Galloway. Galloway looks. Back to Trayce. Or Race. Shoots 3. No good. Miller Kopp with the offensive rebound. What? And he's going to draw a foul. So Tom Izzo was screaming at Sissoko today. And Sissoko is way taller than Izzo. Sissoko comes up into the huddle and bends down so that he can get face-to-face with him. and lets him yell at him. I thought it was awesome. All right. Gets it into Tamar from 17. No good. Nice looking shot. Just didn't go down. A little hard off the back rim or the front, and that from the side back rim. Here we go. Carey's looking. He's feeling it now. I can see there's a tip pass by Miller Kopp. Gets his hands in the lane. Indiana still leads by 3 with 4:15 to go. Jacobs is trying to drive on Kopp. Shoots it from 20. No good. Trayce with the rebound. Trayce is going to bring the ball up, and he's going to hand it off to Galloway. Galloway drives, looking, feeds it down to Race. Race puts it up, gets blocked, but he's fouled. I know, the rebounding is where we're losing right now. Offensive rebounds for Kent State in the first half, 9. 9 offensive rebounds. They're hitting just enough three-pointers to stay in the game, but the 9 offensive rebounds and the second chance points are where it's at right now. The other thing, they're not calling a lot of fouls in this game, so nobody's really getting into foul trouble. However, they have 2 of their starters on the bench with 2 fouls. If we don't take advantage and make a run this last 3:58 of the half, I think that's kind of a bad deal for us. Let's go. Come on. I feel like we're playing a very conservative half, but I feel like we're doing a good job. There's a couple things to fix. So far, he's 2 for 2. They don't shoot the ball well, but they're 4 for 9 behind the three-point line. And a lot of those rebounds are long, and they're tipping them out to their teammates. They're attacking the offensive glass. You know, they're at their rebounding edge right now. Most of that's offensive. Yeah, Shafino, you know what? But see, here's the thing, Jim. Coach knows that these guys have got to be fresh for Sunday. They've got to be fresh. They can't just let them go out here and play 40 minutes. 2 fouls on Shafino in the first half is not a bad thing because it allows him to sit. You put Tamar Bates' feet to the fire. Yeah, you just look. Kent State has put up 6 more shots than we have thus far. 9-3 on offensive glass. Absolutely, Creek. That's where we're struggling. That is not where I imagined we'd be struggling in this game thus far. So let's just say that the game has not played out like I thought. So that's pretty good too. Yeah, fundamental. Trayce has 6 rebounds. Oh, wait. 6 points. I'm sorry. Yeah. If Galloway's contribution today is defending against Carey, I'll take it. We're just a smidge away from being up 10 points, folks. So it's not like, they've hit a couple of shots and that's Race at the free throw line, and he stiff arms the free throw. Memphis is starting to pull away from Florida Atlantic. 9:55 to go in that one, 51-44. Second free throw is good. 27-23, 3:58 to go in the half. Carey's going to bring the ball across the timeline. Jacobs has got it at the top of the key. He's looking, almost takes the three-pointer there. It was a deep one. Sullinger drives from 13. No good. And that's got to be an offensive rebound, right? Yes, it is. Or an offensive foul. Pushed off on the rebound. And that will be Kent's 16 foul. So one more foul and we will be in the 1-1. There's a little bit of the press. Galloway's got the guy Sullinger, I believe is his name on him, yes. And Galloway breaks the pressure. He gets across the timeline, hands it off. They're running the weave out high. Galloway, Trayce is out there. Galloway drives, throws it to Trayce Thompson, who lays it off the glass and in. Galloway gets the penetration. Trayce gets the basket. 13 points for Trayce Thompson. There goes Sullinger in the lane. He flips it back out. Down inside, working on Trayce. Turn around. Sweet. Nice turnaround jump shot by Kent State, and they're down 4. Nice jump shot there. Good series for Kent. Here comes Trey Galloway. He's driving. He gets across court, feeds it to Bates. Bates drives inside from 15. No good. It rims out. Bates is just a smidge off, and Trayce Thompson goes for the steal. And it's going to continue to go to Kent. Trayce playing D. Nice hustle, Trayce Thompson. Way to leave it out there on the floor. I got 49 in the house and 29 likes. I definitely would appreciate a few more if you guys can smash that. Here comes Carey across the timeline. Galloway's there with him. He's going to drive. He gets inside, puts it up, and gets the reverse to go. He barely gets the edge there, and it is a 2-point Indiana lead. Tamar's going to work the press. Tamar has been given some point duties here. He comes across the timeline, hits Galloway. Galloway's there. He gets Trayce. Gets it down to Trayce on the block, waiting for the double team. Trayce spins, and it's knocked out of bounds by Kent. Kent had 4 guys that collapsed on Trayce Johnson there. Florida Atlantic has made a little bit of a move there, and they've closed to within 4 with 9:17 to go in that one. They get it into Trayce to Trayce. He drives, turn around, puts it up, and in. TJD gets the basket. 31-27, 1:58 to go. Let's get some stops here before the half. Patient is the key. Kent's got it out high. They're looking to protect their guys, looking nothing inside. He's going to reset against Galloway. Carey's got it. He looks. Shake and bake. Shake, shake. Feeds it over. Deep 3. No good. Rebound, Trayce Thompson. Trayce gets it to Galloway, and Indiana crosses the timeline with 1:23 left or 1:30 to go. Galloway gets into the lane and finally gets a layup. Indiana on a little run here. They're back up 6. Here comes Carey across the timeline. Carey's going to drive on Galloway, feeds it over. There's another deep 3, and that one rims out no good. And that should have been a foul, and it was. That'll put Trayce on the free throw line here on the rebound, and Indiana has an opportunity to extend. I look at that a little bit different as in dodging bullets. I look at it as finally a couple things going our way. I know, man. He's got to hit free throws. At least the first one here. But we'll let these go by. We'll have to save some conversation for the half. Free throws up and good. There you go. Second free throw is also good. We'll have some food for thought at halftime. Trayce Jackson being very patient in today's game and already has 8 points. Trayce Thompson has been the dominant player thus far for Indiana. Tamar Bates putting in some good minutes, is out there on Sullinger. He's down low to guard him. He drives. Look, and there's the double. He gets around Bates, gets all the way inside, feeds it around. They work it, cross court, and Carey for a deep 3. But Tamar Bates was there to defend, and there's a tipped rebound. Should have been over the back. No good again. Trayce Jackson clears the glass, and here we go back the other way. Indiana's going to use the timeout. You know, okay, so what I was going to say about that is that when the ball rotates around and a guy like the Sullinger kid shoots from 24 feet, I don't consider that a bullet dodged. I feel like that's the guy they want to shoot right now. He hasn't hit anything in the game. We got a chance to get another basket here and go into halftime with a 10-point lead. I would love to have that. I just really wish that we would crash a little bit harder on the defensive. Yeah. I really just wish we crashed the defensive glass a little bit harder because they're getting a ton of shots. But as of right now, Kent State has only shot 27% in this game. Yeah, if we're rebounding, this game is a lot different because a lot of their points are on second chance. Kent State has been very good on the glass. 10 offensive rebounds. That's phenomenal. Here comes Galloway. He's got the ball inbounds. 32 seconds left in the half. Galloway's out high. He's got Sullinger on him. He's trying to pick his pocket out there. Don't back yourself in a corner. He's going to drive. There's the pick. He goes around it. Galloway all the way to the basket, and it's kicked out of bounds, and it's going to stay in Indiana. And that pass would have been stolen had it not been deflected. Just saying that right now. Galloway gets it in, and it's knocked right back out of bounds again. All right, here we go. Cops looking. Galloway goes around. He's open. Gets the ball. 4, 3. Cross court. Trayce. Bates for 3. Gets blocked. Here we go back the other way. Sullinger goes all the way to the basket. Blocked by Trayce Jackson Davis. We're coming back the other way. Bates from half court. Oh, off the back rim. No good. Trayce Jackson lays back and lets Sullinger get to the rim and then just swats that stuff right out of there. Bates controls and has an opportunity from just past half court, and he's just a little strong with the shot. 35-27 at half. You know what? If this offensive rebounding, you know, if that's the worst thing that we've got so far in this game, I'll take it. My word. The only problem that I have with that is that he got around somebody to begin with. Trayce is just there to clean up the mistake. When he cleans up the mistake, we're lucky we get the ball back. Those block shots where Trayce comes over and helps, somebody's not being blocked out, and that leads to problems. So we've got to cut off that penetration a little bit faster. That looks like that. If I see that correctly, that's either his third or his fourth. One of those blocks was by Renew. Let's go. Let's look at it from a statistics standpoint right now. We'll go through them really fast here. For Kent State, the things that I'm interested in. 5 assists and only 2 turnovers, so they did a pretty good job of taking care of the ball. Eric Wallace is in the house. What's up, brother? They did a really good job of taking care of the ball, did Kent. They only committed 17 fouls. That's pretty good. 13 defensive rebounds, 10 offensive rebounds. That is where they shine today. 23 total rebounds. We did get out rebounded. I'll take that as the total. 26% from 2, 33% from 3. They did not make a ton of shots. All in all, I feel like our defense played fairly well. They have 5 assists to 2 turnovers. Okay. Here's where we're at on our statistics. They did not have a double-digit scorer. Carey was the only one, and he was 3 for 11 from the floor, who had 9 points. They controlled his assists. They are down. He did a really good. They did a pretty good job on Carey, and considering Shafino sat on the bench, he's going to be rested in the second half. Indiana, very, very dominated paint scoring by Trayce Jackson-Davis and Race Thompson. Together have 25 in the paint. That was a really good thing. Trayce 3 for 6 from the floor. Race Thompson only missed 1 shot, and he did hit a 3, and the only shot he missed was a 3. 2 for 3 from the free throw line. Free throws so far in this game, 7 for 9, closing in on that 80%. Awesome. Trayce Jackson had the 7 rebounds. Everybody else helped out rebounding for 21 total. Bates didn't make a shot in the first half, but he got good looks. Hopefully that'll change a little bit in the second half. Renew did get 1 good basket in there, 1 block and 1 rebound. He affected the scoring column. Trey Galloway did a pretty good job on Carey. I think 9 points on Carey is a pretty good statistic. Shafino's got 4. Miller Kopp's got 4. And Josh Ray says, I'm feeling Hoosiers all the way this year. I'll just take the second half of this game right now, Josh. I'm going to go one at a time. I'm happy, Sean. You know, my biggest beef with Coach Woodson is that guys like Trayce Jackson-Davis play way too many minutes. I would love to see them guys down around 32, 34 as opposed to 40. I'm very happy with that. Geronimo just hasn't found his footing yet, but when Geronimo was in there, I noticed that he had hops back, and that means he must be getting better. Does the smart water help me do smart things? Trayce got a good break in there, Dabney. I want to say he got at least 3 minutes on the bench there. If our guards keep dribble penetrating, we'll be back. We'll be good. He won't sub in the second half, Jake. He will go 7 deep in the second half. You will see Renew get a couple of minutes, and so will Bates, depending upon foul trouble. But what do you know? At the end of the day, it's your upperclassmen that are stepping up thus far, and Trayce and Race. If that's who scores all our points today, and we score 70 points in this game, I'll take it. I don't have my scoreboard up. What's that one doing right now? That's second round game. Let's tomorrow. Penn State against Texas and Northwestern against UCLA. Excited for those two. 10 of 38, Dabney. Close enough. Hi, Joel. Like I said, if you would have been here earlier, you can scroll back and say it. I don't feel that bad for Purdue, but I feel bad for Joel. Yeah, Shafino said because he had 2 fouls. Joel is a great fan of the Boilermakers, but she is also a respectful fan, so therefore she receives tons of love in here. Oh, my gosh. Hey, Dabney, I got Big Ten pride, bro. I'm just going to say that right now. I've got Big Ten pride. And I did not like seeing Purdue lose that game today just because I want the Big Ten to do well. That's it. See, that's what I would be doing. I'm cheering for the Big Ten regardless. I always cheer for the Big Ten. I did not like, that's just embarrassing. If you're the guy that loses to the number 1 seed, but I feel like in that game, I haven't looked at any of the statistics. I missed it. I've got it recorded, so I'm going to go back and skim through it later. But I got to feel like that they just didn't do their game plan. They didn't execute. Michigan State did really well today. I really was impressed with Michigan State today. Their guards played great basketball. I think so, Teddy. That's the thing, though. You learn to win your conference. I still think that playing on Sunday in the Big Ten championship is a detriment for Big Ten teams. I think it's really hard to regain focus in that week after playing 3 games. Yeah, that Memphis is up by a point with 3:44 to go. Florida Atlantic is a team that everybody has slated to win that game. I felt like Memphis was the best team to knock out Houston. Or wait, not Houston. Or maybe my brackets are confused. Memphis is in the bracket with Purdue, weren't they? K-State, let's see how they're coming along here. K-State's in control. They're up 11. Yeah, I miss the days of Butler playing really good basketball, honestly. But you got to think, though, you take that with a grain of salt. Matt Painter at Purdue has done a great job there. I think they're set for the long haul. Hey, there's the question, Joel. Just for our knowledge here, is Zach Edey talking NBA, or is he going to stay for another year? I really thought Brad was going to be our coach at Indiana at some point. It'd be a good year for him to go. I was really surprised in the NIT that Rutgers lost. I will say that, Jim. Just talking about those 3 teams that beat Purdue. Arizona State, I really like that team. I love the way they play. I like their aggressiveness and how they attack. See, Josh, I don't know about that. I think he's athletic enough. I don't know that. I don't think he'll be a big time scorer, but he could be that backup center that plays 3 or 4 minutes a half or whatever. Yeah, Piscataway. I love saying that. Piscataway. This Big Ten. I think what we see. It's a can't think of the word I want to say. Coaching in this conference is great, and a lot of times the players outplay the teams. Play they're better coached and they play according to the coaching. They may not be as athletic or as talented as some of these other conferences sometimes, but we play above our skill set based on coaching. Oh, I did, Joel. I was told that I couldn't play varsity basketball my junior year. I was told that I was too small to play basketball, so I went and wrestled for the last 2 years of high school. I'm gonna start coaching some kids. That's gonna be my next step because I would love the opportunity to find some kids and just kind of uh, record practices and show fundamentals and teach because I know the game pretty dang well. What will Cinderhoff adjust at halftime? I think he will change up their defense. I'm looking for a look. So they're down 8 points. I'm looking to see some zone press and some 2-3 in the second half. I think they're going to try to push Indiana out from the paint. So I look for them to set up the press on every made basket, and I look for them to fall back into a 2-3 zone after made baskets after that press. I think they're going to try to use Carey more as a two guard as opposed to a point in the second half. I think they're going to try to get him some open looks by feeding the post and then coming back out to him. I think they jump on Trayce really fast out of that zone in a double team pretty quick. That's my prediction for what they're going to do in the second half. I competed in tennis very well, baseball until I quit, basketball, wrestling. Those were all my sports. Yeah, FAU and Memphis going down to the wire. I'm excited about that. I should have a scoreboard up here. 62-60, 2 minutes to go. Florida Atlantic is winning at this point. We need another scorer, yes. $148 to go in that game, and Memphis is only down 2. Don't know who has the ball. Probably in the middle of a timeout the way it looks. Who is the coach of Florida Atlantic, Dabney? Dusty May. Huh. And Teddy Boy, I just wanted to bring that back up. Thank you for your commentary today. It's been pleasant and interesting. Memphis just tied the game up with 128 to go. Florida Atlantic, it does have the basketball. Or no, it looks like Florida Atlantic just committed a foul. It must be an and one situation for Memphis. Well, I guarantee you somebody's going to try to swipe him up this year. Winning record every season. May served as a student manager at Indiana under Bob Knight as an undergraduate from 96 to 2000. After graduation, he had video and administrative roles with both USC and Indiana before landing his first assistant coaching job at Eastern Michigan, where he was on staff from 2005-2006. May then had subsequent stops at Murray State and UAB, where he served under head coach Mike Davis. He joined the staff at Louisiana Tech, was under Kerry Rupp and Mike White, taking an assistant coaching job at Florida from 15 to 18, and was named the head coach at Florida Atlantic on March 22nd, 2018, replacing Michael Curry. Well, kudos. Definitely cheering for that guy. Florida Atlantic is up a point right now. Memphis has called timeout, 64-63, 54 seconds to go in that game. Go FAU. Penn State is I feel like Penn State's going to go on a roll. That's the kind of that's the kind of stuff, Jim, that I don't really follow that well. Boiler up. Well, I feel for you, Joel. I really do. Jay Cutler is from Santa Claus, Indiana. No, John, Penn State was the runner-up. They lost to Purdue in the championship game. They just ran out of gas. Memphis has a 1-point lead. And Memphis called timeout with 34 seconds to go. Oh, if our boys just play defense in this second half, I feel really good. I have 34 seconds left in the Memphis game, and they're in a timeout. Yeah, no doubt. It is almost midnight on the East Coast, and they're still playing basketball. All right, here we go. Galloway denying carry on the inbound pass. Here he comes across the timeline, hands it off. Works his way down the corner. Here he comes up off a pick. He gets the ball. He gets in the lane. Looking, passes it outside. Shapino's back on the floor defending. They go rotate. There's a switch. Carey gets in the lane. He's blocked. Oh, my goodness. Did they call that a foul? Arizona State, TCU are now tied up at 54. 19 seconds to go. And Florida Atlantic commits a foul in that game, down by a single point. It looks like Carey's going to be shooting free throws. Oh boy, I haven't had a sugar drink in a hot minute. Carey's about to jump into double digits here, as he's got 9 points already. He's at the free throw line. Free throw is up and is good. Second free throw getting ready to be on its way. 35-28. And it is also good. All right, here we come back. Here comes Shafino crossing the timeline. Shafino's got Jacobs on him, as there's the high pick. Trayce Thompson gets the ball. Race is being hounded out high. That's a foul. That's hand checking. Cross court to Cobb. Cobb looks. They jumped in the passing lane. Race for three. Money. Trayce Thompson starts the second half with a three-pointer, and Indiana's lead is now 9. They're going to let him have it. He's going to shoot it. 5 seconds to go in the Florida Atlantic game. There goes Carey. He's looking, trying to get around Galloway. Galloway knocks it away for just a second. 14, he passes. There's a deep three by Kent State. No good. And there's going to be an offensive foul on Jacobs as his Miller Kopp is going for the Florida Atlantic calls timeout in that game with 5 seconds remaining. And Jacobs fouls Kopp going for the rebound there. That's a good call. All right, here we go. Galloway's going to come across the timeline. Trayce Thompson sets up high. Galloway cuts back over to the right wing. Hits Trayce at the top of the key. Trayce is looking to drive. Backs it in. Hands it off to Shafino from 15. No good. Defensive rebound for Kent State. That was a set play for Shafino, and he could not get it to fall. Here comes Carey. Goes across and gets the switch. Step back three. No good. And then it's going to be lost out of bounds. It's going to stay with Kent State. Carey takes another deep, long three. Indiana's lead is still 9. Carey is going to inbound the ball. He gets it in, looking. Tries to drive on Race a little bit, and he loses it off the handle. There goes Jacobs on Kopp. Kopp with great defensive position there. And there's Trayce Thompson's off to the races. Dunks it home in transition. Indiana's lead is 11. Here comes Kent State back very quickly the other way. Carey drives. There's going to be an offensive foul on Kent State here. I'm not sure what happened. Good defensive position by Miller Kopp. They kept the ball loose, and Trayce Thompson comes up with it. I'm not sure what the foul was. Arizona State is extended back to 5, by the way. And their center goes to the bench with his third personal foul. That's not a good look for Kent State. We should be pounding the interior right now. There goes Shafino around the pick to Trayce. Trayce drives, turns around in the lane, hard off the glass, no good. Not a bad shot. Here comes Kent back in transition. Kent's going to have to go small. They feed it down on the block, turn around, and there's a dunk. Gets around Trayce, no help. Inbound to Galloway. Here we go. 2 seconds to go. Florida Atlantic's got the lead over Memphis. Could be a little maybe upset. Oh, it's over. Nice. Race gets it to Shafino. Shafino's looking to feed Trayce. He has the pick. Back to Trayce. Trayce goes to the rim and misses the bunny. And there's a missed layup there, calling for the hold, didn't get it. Here comes Shafino back the other way. Over in the corner to Kopp. Money, 3-point basket, Miller Kopp. Indiana's extends to 12, and the final is in from Florida Atlantic. They won. Here comes Carey back the other way. He's driving. He pushes off on Trayce Thompson, drops a pass down there. Ball's loose. Jacobs throws it up, no good. Here comes Trayce back the other way as Kent State's getting sloppy. Here goes TJD, gets in the lane. Backs his guy back in there. No double comes, and he lays it up and in. 45-31, 16:26 to go. And looks like Kent comes out of sorts in this half. And we extend our lead. 45-31. I'll take it. Congratulations to Florida Atlantic. That is the next team to lose a coach to a major Division I school. Because I'm sure somebody that's going to fire a coach is going to be looking. You know, usually the team out of that conference that does really well is that North Texas. Hey, I will take Trayce Jackson having an off day today if Trayce Thompson keeps scoring the basketball. I like our chances against Miami better than I do this Kent State team, to be honest. I hope we have a Big Ten team in the Final Four, for sure. Very stoked about that. No, Clinton, Purdue got beat today. Purdue got beat. The crime is we are watching this game at midnight. Absolutely, Jim. But you know what? In all honesty, I think Indiana needed that extra rest. I think they needed a break from the season, the chance to recharge their batteries a little bit. How are you doing today, Clinton? Yes, sir, in the first round. I'm doing very well today. I do wish Purdue would have won because I like the Big Ten, but in a way it is kind of funny too. I don't know how else to feel about it. All right, here comes Kent State. Jacobs is running the point, hands it off. They're running a little bit of the weave. Carey's got it out high, and they work it down to the post against Shafino, puts it up and in. There's a mismatch right there. And sorry, Joel. Trayce has got it out high. He feeds it over to Kopp in the corner. Ooh. The part about that I thought was funny was that not the fact that they lost in the first round of the NCAA tournament. There was nothing funny about it. The thing of it is that I think the reason they lost that game is the same reason I hate the Big Ten tournament. I think 3 games in a row the week before takes a lot out of a team. And you know what? I just don't like it. I would rather lose in the Big Ten tournament, but I would much rather – I don't know. It's hard to say. I just don't like the Big Ten tournament. There's Pizzle back. Pizzle's got a basketball team. He's got 2. Are you a University of Miami Hurricane guy, Pizzle? I hate the Big Ten tournament. I want to do well, but I hate it. And then you see what it kind of preemptively does in the first round of the NCAA tournament. I think that's the reason. If you go back before the Big Ten tournament, Big Ten teams fared a lot better in March than they do now. I mean, oh, you went to college at Florida Atlantic? Well, that's good for you. Hey, we were talking about their coach, Pizzle. And him being a former IU guy, probably going to get sucked up by a big school. Penn State's that team that played – you're right, they played 4 games. And they came out and they balled. That's probably true. You know, Conference USA doesn't get a lot of love, to be honest. I believe that's the conference that they're in. Nah, to some degree, Jim. Penn State's been hot. Penn State has peaked. Yep. Young guards. With or without Zach Edey, Purdue will probably be better next year. A better team. I don't know they'll have a better record, but they'll be a better team. I wish – see, there's – the Big Ten needs to do one of 2 things. Either drop the amount of conference games and finish early, or drop that stupid tournament. Trayce drives, gets cut off. There's the double team. They rotate it around. Shafino drives the lane, puts up the floater. There's the teardrop little floater by Jalen Hood-Shafino. And Indiana is now up 47-33. 15:32 to go. Carey has it. He's got the switch that he wants. He has Trayce on him. He's trying to drive. And they switch back. They look. They drive the baseline. Get inside. Puts it up. It's blocked. That's goaltending. That was goaltending. That ball's on the rim. Oh, they're going to hear it now. That ball was on the rim and it was touched. But we'll let it go. Let's see, let it go. It's a 12-point lead. Here comes Kopp. You got to get over it. Overplaying the ball now is Kent State. Look for the backdoor cut from IU. Shafino from 23. Bad shot there. Here comes Kent with a chance to cut it to 10. Drives, gets it inside the lane for an easy dunk there. What a nice pass there by Jacobs. Got to let that stuff go. Shafino's going to run the point. Jacobs is on him. 47-37, 14:26 to go. You've got to score a basket here to stop this momentum. There's the pick. Shafino goes through it. Over to Galloway. Galloway looking to get Race, who's fronted. There's the high pick. Galloway drives. Cross court to Kopp for 3. Money! Miller Kopp buries the deep 3, and Indiana's back up 13. Miller Kopp drives and he falls down. He loses the ball. It goes out of bounds to Indiana. Carey was out of control there, and Galloway maintained position, and we've got the ball back. Look at these guys. They're hanging their head. You need to just put in the dagger while you got them. Arizona State is now up 5 with 4:20 to go. K-State got their win today. Here goes Schifino. Feeds it to Trayce. Trayce is going to drive. Misses, but Race is there for the follow. On the weak side for the dunk as the double team comes over. And Indiana's lead is up to 15 with 13:38 to go. Jacobs is going to get cut off. Goes cross court. Sullinger's got the ball looking. And he's going to be called for a travel as his pivot foot slid. And they're going to turn the ball over again. Race Thompson big today. 20 big points. Schifino's got it out high. They're going to work it with him. He's going to go around a pick by TJD. Picks up his dribble. He feeds it to Race. Race is looking. Gets it to Trayce. Trayce gets the ball on the tip pass. He loses it. Kopp kicks it out of bounds, and it's going to go back the other way. Josh Ray says, Hoosier all the way this year. Not saying it again. As long as they keep winning, you keep saying it. I think Galloway's done a great job on Carey today. Carey has 11 points, but I think Galloway's done an awesome job. (52-37). Here comes Carey. Tamar Bates is now in the game for Galloway. And they are double teaming Carey out high. And there is a slip. Oh, Race Thompson's going to get called for the foul on the ball fake. He goes up for the block. Race Thompson was out of position on the double team. He goes to get back, and he fouls on the ball fake. Kudos there to the Kent State player for not dumping him. There's got to be a few things happen before they can win a national championship. They've got to do a few things better in this tournament. Carey drives, looking, flips it over for Sullinger, steps inside the line, puts it up, and Kent State gets the basket, cuts the lead back to 13. 12:36 to go. Josh is confident. I love that. Race brings it up. He's going to feed it to Miller Kopp. Kopp has it. Back to Schifino. Pick comes high. Nothing there. Trayce Jackson-Davis gets a break. Schifino with the floater. Renew tips it up. Race with the glass. He puts it up. Tip. No good. And he still gets another offensive board. And Indiana gets a new shot clock. Renew puts it up and in. 54-39. Malik Renew with the basket. Second chance points are huge in the tournament. Sullinger about falls down. He goes around the pick. He hands it off to Jacobs. Looks it over. Kent's going very small. And Race is going to – and one? And that looks like that's a 54-41 lead at the timeout here for the under 12. I'll tell you what, Xavier had a tough time with Kennesaw State today. Baylor played a really good game. St. Mary's controlled VCU. Marquette played well. Connecticut played a great second half. Kansas State, Miami, and played well over Drake. Drake played competitive. Sasser, right? Or is that a knee? Sasser. Yeah, I really feel like Houston is going to be the next number 1 seed out. Actually, I had them as the first number 1 seed out. I did not see Purdue losing today. Yeah. Josh says, I'm 34 years young. I've waited all my life for this. Let's go Hoosiers. You know, the one thing that Houston can hang their coat on is that they're a pretty good defensive team. I feel the same. You know, that's kind of what everybody kind of falls on, is that these teams that play pretty good defense are overrated. Just because you play good defense and not great offense, you know, that gives you a chance to win. That's why teams like Tennessee, like this Auburn team that won today, why Houston had the opportunity to win games. It's why Princeton won that game against Arizona. You know, if you just need – these guys are just looking for a chance, but they lose a lot of close games. And if somebody gets hot, they can be blown out real easy. Yeah. You know, that's the heyday. You know, 76 through the early 90s, there was nothing better than being an Indiana fan. You had great years. Even if you didn't have great players, you had good years. Now, you lost games. Couldn't win them all. Arizona State's now up 3 with 2 minutes to go, and the free throw is good. Indiana's back up only by 12, and here comes that press. Shapino's going to break it. Let's get some contributions here. Shapino goes around a high pick, feeds it inside. Renew tips it back out. Kopp almost loses it back to Renew. Renew to Bates for 3. Tamar Bates just can't get it to go down. He's done everything but make it. There goes Kent, and there go offensive rebound. He's going to have to – that's 3 seconds. Gets inside, and that's blocked by Trayce Jackson-Davis. Get that out of my paint. Feeds it to Shapino. Shapino should have went to the goal. Trayce inside, turnaround shot. No good. That looked bad. I got a bad feeling about this stretch. Here comes Carey looking to drive on Kopp. He gets inside. Drops it off. Back to Carey. Carey's looking. Smacks the hand away. Looking. Passes. There's another deep 3. No good. Oh, and he saves it to him. There's these second chance points. Oh, no. Carey's wide open. No good. Trayce finally controls. And just as sloppy as we're playing right at this point in time of the game, and there's going to be a timeout called. Coach with a great timeout there. Hey, if he couldn't get the officials' attention, he'd throw chairs. I watched that game. I believe that the way that this is rolling, don't think I'm going to have time. I'll get it at the under 12 timeout. Oh, this is under 12. This is almost under 10. Gosh. Bob Knight was great at handling the press too. You know that, and Joel can attest to this as well. Knight and Katie was a great matchup. I think Auburn will beat Houston tomorrow. I think the University of Indiana needs to recognize Bobby Knight for what he did for the university. I think that floor needs to be named after him. Should be Bobby Knight Court. When he wasn't throwing chairs at you. Hey, it is what it is. Fundamental wants to play Houston. I just want to win today, Fundamental. Just let me have this one to start with. I'll want more later. Let me have this one today. Trayce is going to work it. Gets it to Schifino, who goes in for the layup and puts it up and in. TJD drops a nice pass. Schifino gets a basket. Maybe that'll get him going. Indiana's back up by 14. Carries, hands it off to Jacobs. Jacobs gets it to Sullinger. He's looking across. Right now, Jacobs has it on the post. He's got a good feed there. Looks out. Sullinger with the deep three, and he finally hits one. Sullinger buries the three. That gives him 5 points. And Kent State cuts it to 11. Can't have that guy get. Can I catch a pun? Here we go. He drops it. Schifino in the corner. He's looking. Trying to get it to Trayce. Feeds Renew. Renew drives. Picks up his dribble. Hits Bates. Bates misses the layup. And Trayce cannot follow. Here comes Jacobs. And Kent has the opportunity here to get it under 10. Carry for 3. And he hits it. Here comes Kent State. And my worst fears are starting to come true at this point. With 9 minutes to go, it's an 8-point lead. Remember cracking court. There's Trayce. Goes in for the dunk. TJD slams it home. He throws it down. What was that? What just happened? Leads back to 10. Jacobs looks. He speeds. He's on the drive. Looking. He's backing Schifino down. He puts it up. Off the glass. No good. Galloway with the board. He's looking to push. Galloway crosses the timeline. Gets into court, feeds back to Renew. Renew drives back over to Schifino, and he's going to reset with a 10-point lead. And that's going to go to Indiana off of Sullinger on the double team on the pass. And I think Arizona State's a dangerous team. Look at that dunk. And they get the ball into Race. 8:20 to go. Trayce is going to drive. Double team thinks about it and backs off. Trayce drives and slams it home. Dogs out the center. Hornbeck, who just got back in the game. Hornbeak. And here we go. Back up 12. There's a nice pass over the top to Jacobs. And there's a quick basket for Kent State. Schifino crosses the timeline. We are under 8 and feeds it to Trayce. Trayce has got it out high. He's going to work dribbling in. I don't like him handling that far away from the basket. Gets in the lane. Puts it up and in and one. TJD taking over the game at this point. Chest bumps galore. Indiana's back up 12. And we're going to go to a media timeout? Or is it under 7? It's crunch time. No better guy than your senior All-American to have the basketball. All right. Taking a quick break. Be right back. All right, nerves getting the best of me today. Feeling pretty good at the moment. Kansas plays tomorrow. It is March Madness. Tell me there's no better 2 week or the first weekend of this is amazing. Me too, Josh. I got to say that, I try to stay out of the bars at this point in time, but I like the effect of being at home. I don't like to be out just because there's nothing but trouble when you're out all the time. And we can have a conversation, watch a game together, and get the same kind of vibe. That's what this is about. We do it for football and for basketball, and it's a lot of fun. Oh, TCU did get the win. Wow. That Arizona State team's playing good basketball, so TCU might be dangerous. Thank you, Josh. I appreciate it, man. I really do. It's getting a group of people together that's fun, and we all can share sports together. Stupid TCU. I like that Arizona State team. Trayce misses the free throw, up 12. And we're cruising down under 7:35 to go. So far in this half, not a lot of fouling going on. So that means that it's not going to be a free throw thing just yet. Carey drives in the lane looking 13-footer. No good. Misses the follow dunk. Gets another offensive rebound. And, he's out of bounds. Good ball. Good call. Race Thompson with the quick hands. Baylor and Creighton ought to be a dandy too. I'm going to give Baylor the edge for their backcourt and call that a day. All right, here we go. Galloway crosses the timeline. He's about stripped by Sullinger. There's the pickup. It's a turnover. And misses the layup. Oh, my goodness. They missed a fast break attempt there. Indiana's getting some breaks here. Getting back on defense helps. Cross court to Kopp. Kopp drives the lane. Puts the floater up and one. Miller Kopp doesn't have to hit the three. Gets the lead back to 14. Miller Kopp scores his, I believe that's his 12th point. And has a chance here to extend to 15. That is huge. Every time Kent State's gotten momentum today, we've come right back. All right, we're cruising on through. And there's a nice 15-point lead. It's going to take them a lot of energy to get back in this game as long as we continue to play smart. Let's go. Carey's gone the wing. He's looking. He's just not finding what he's looking for. He's having to dump it off. They get the ball down to Jacobs on the post with Galloway. Indiana with the double team. They rotate the ball around. Drives the lane, looking for the shot. Carey has it in the corner. He drives. Cut off by Race Thompson. Puts it up from 12 feet and hits it. He earned them 2 points. Sincere Carey gets the basket, and that is his 13th point of the game. I think that's his first 2 of the second half. And Schifino over tosses the lob. Here comes Kent State back the other way. There's a deep 3 attempted, and it rims around and goes in. And it is a 10-point game again. Kent State is not quitting. You guys got to remember this Kent State is a good ball team. There's the pick out high. Schifino's going to cross the timeline. I look for Trayce to get a touch here on the post. Galloway looking. High picks are set. Trayce is going to back down into the post. Galloway picks up his dribble, hits Trayce at the three-point line. He's going to back his way in. He gets it stolen from him. Here comes Sullinger back the other way. Looking, probing, gets in the lane, goes back out and resets. Hits Jacobs out high. He's going to drive on Trayce. Puts it up, and Trayce just swats it out of bounds. Clear the lane, let Trayce play D. Trayce will let him go by just so he can block that shot. There's a three from the corner, no good. And another offensive rebound. And then Trayce finally comes down with it. Here he comes back the other way. And feeds it across to TJD. Breaks the press. Kent State's getting desperate and very handsy. Here goes Galloway in the lane. Galloway feeds it to Trayce, and it's tipped out of bounds. And it's going to stay with Indiana. Just need a basket here to keep the pressure on them right now. Kent State is on a pretty good run here. They've got the lead down to 10. We want to get this thing to the under 4 timeout with double digits. Race has it to Schifino. Schifino gets in the lane, looking. Nothing there. He's cut off, takes the 13-footer. Trayce with the offensive glass. Trayce is double-teamed. And there's another turnover by TJD on a bad pass. Here comes on a 4-on-2. And Kent tries to get cute and misses the alley-oop. Here comes Galloway, 1-on-2 or 2-on-1, and we get the alley-oop for the dunk. Wow, that was sloppy. Kent had an opportunity to cut it to single digits, and they throw the little cute alley-oop. Carey does, and he can't control it and put it down. Galloway forces the ball back up, and he feeds Trayce for the easy dunk. I feel this Kent State team is running out of gas. I feel like it's about to blow open. It's Dabney. They're not uncharacteristic. TJD only has 3 in this game. He's turned the ball over 4 more times in plenty of games this year because he's being made to facilitate so much that he does make bad passes at times or get the ball taken away. The 2 guys that are handling the ball the most end up having the most turnovers, and that's been Schifino and Trayce. Yeah, but when you throw it right there to TJD in transition, that's a pretty high percentage. The problem wasn't the alley-oop on the other end. The problem wasn't the play. It was how Sincere Carey tried to underhand flip it up there. He tried to get cute. There is a lot of blown opportunity that they've had in this game. Yeah, Sullinger he's hit 50% of them. He's not gotten a lot of shots. So he's been the hot guy for them. Them and Davis have, they're shooting 50%, but the rest of the team not doing so well. I expected Kent State to have, 12 3-pointers in this game. And right now they've only got 6 or 7. The other stat to look at is that we're winning in free throws. We're 8 for 11. They're 6 for 8. We've gotten them by 3 or 2 there. And we're shooting almost 50% because we shoot inside the paint. This is an Indiana-style game where we want to play. We want to be in the 60s, keep you in the 50s. I'll be excited to be in here for you guys on Sunday. Just got to finish this one off. Yeah, Dabney, I'm well aware, but I think he's he's 4 for 17, and he does have 13 points and is their leading scorer, but he has not played well. He's only been credited for 1 turnover and 2 assists. He's been Trey Galloway today. Galloway's played him tough. It's not that he hasn't gotten the shots off. It's just that Galloway's been the man. Also, Tamar Bates and Jalen Hood-Schifino have switched off onto him. The difference in this game has been Trayce Thompson. Trayce and Trayce each with 20, Kopp with 13. Our guards only have 10 total. 4 points only from the bench. Oh yeah, I'm saying they're not going to change their game plan to him. He wants the ball, and he's going to try to dictate. Jacobs gives it off to Sullender's out there on Schifino's on him. Looking, feeds it down to Jacobs. He spins on Kopp. Kopp cuts him off. Carey's got it. And Carey stepped out of bounds. And there's another Kent State turnover. That will be their 7th of the game. And Carey just he's hanging his head. He just doesn't look like he's into it. Yep. Well, no Gallo or no Geronimo this half, and they played for a decent little stretch. Schifino crosses the timeline. Sullinger trying to get the steal. Now they're definitely overplaying the pass. Kopp has it out high, feeds it to Trayce, and there's a dunk. Trayce splits the double team and dunks it in hard, and Indiana is up 14. Cross court looking. Sullinger tries to drive. Nothing there. That should be a travel. No. And Schifino's going to pick up that foul there, and that is his 3rd. TJD with 22. 22 and 11. That's a great day for Trayce. They get the ball inbound. Tip pass, lazy pass. Trayce Thompson with the steal. Gets it off to Kopp. Kopp to Galloway. Back out to Trayce, and they're going to reset it. Galloway's going to be content to run clock here. Up 14. Schifino has the ball. And I think there's a wet spot on the floor. And Indiana's just about ready to wrap this thing up. We should be using 30 seconds of possession from here on out, or very close. Joel, thank you for hanging out, dear. I do apologize about your boilers. It does suck horribly. I just can't put it any other way. Hopefully we will be here. Hopefully it's a late afternoon game so I can make it home in time, because I work on Sundays. Kent State has put up a valiant effort today, but Trayce Jackson-Davis has just been too much. Good night. One more boiler up for Joel. I know they're not sleeping well tonight. Schifino's got the ball out high. He's going to pass it off to Kopp. Kopp to Galloway. Galloway looks, gets it to Schifino, looking, gets it down to Trayce. Trayce spins and dunks. There is no energy left in Kent State. And we're coming back the other way. Trayce Jackson-Davis has taken over this game with 2:37 to go. Carey from 15. There it is. Carey gets a basket. Clock continues to run. Kent is not even going to be able to get their press in play. And here come Renew and Bates off the bench. They're going to get the sub in here for the stretch run here. Trayce has it down low, feeds it cross court. Kopp step back 3. Think his foot was on the line. Schifino with the follow, no good. Ball's loose. And there's going to be a foul on Schifino. Don't forget to root for the Hoosiers from now on. Well, I'm telling you what, Joel will root for the Hoosiers probably the rest of this tournament. And Trayce Jackson's going to get a break here at the end of this game. He's going to get to sit the last 2 minutes today. Anthony Leal's jumping up and down with excitement. Bates and Renew are now in the game. What's up, Chris? There's my brother, Mr. Chris Ayers. We feel the same about IU, but we differ in football. Carey feeds it over for a deep three, short off the front rim. Geronimo clears the glass. Geronimo needs to get a couple good minutes in here to where he gets his legs stretched out and gets himself back into the offense a little bit. Shafino's just going to dribble it out with 1:33 left to go out high. He's going to get this shot clock under 10. There he's going to got the pick. He's going to feed it to Renew. Renew feeds it to Kopp, wide open. No good. Kopp starts missing, and I don't care. 71-57, 1:14 to go. We'll talk about that here in just a second on the Galloway production. Jacobs is at the free throw line. He has it stolen by Tamar. Tamar gives it to Shafino, and we are under a minute to go. Jay says, let's go IU, cheering from San Diego as coach takes a timeout to get Caleb Banks into the game. I will take point production from Galloway only. He did a damn good job today on Carey. And I got to say that if Galloway's going to play a role and he can defend somebody's best player like he did on Carey today, I don't care if he doesn't score. Let's go over his stat sheet while we're here. He's got 4 assists, 4 rebounds, and only 1 turnover today. Get that out of here quick. Why can't I block that? Getting the bots have finally started finding us again. Let's see. And there's Geronimo goes up and he gets blocked. And here we go. And it's 33 seconds left to go. And Geronimo's defending out high. And Geronimo's going to pick up the foul there, but he's not giving up an easy basket. Let's find out, shall we, Chris? I love the matchup with us against Miami, though. I do like it fairly. Kent State's on the free throw line. First one is up and is good. Miami won the regular season ACC at 15-5. They lost. They lost to Duke in the championship game, and they lost to Florida State about a week prior on the regular season finale. Hey, I just blocked you. How are you back? Race Thompson was a stud today. Absolutely. Second free throw is also good. It is a 11-point lead right now. Tamar Bates is going to bring it across. I do not think Herb Sendek in Kent State is going to foul as all of the fans come to their feet here in Albany, New York today as Indiana performs a very solid 40 minutes today. They've had some stretches where they did not play well. Jalen Hood-Schifino did not have a great game. There was a lot of things about today's game that wasn't what we expected. But the defense stood up, held them to 60 points. Chris, I agree. Jalen Hood-Schifino can carry this team. especially when he plays great. Awesome effort. I like the matchup against – I do. I feel like we can defend against the Canes. I feel like that is the way that we're going to – look, Drake – look at what Drake did. We play defense like they do. Drake held them to 63 points. If Miami only scores 63, we should win the ball game. If we keep them under the high scoring, the 75s, the 70, in that ballpark, that's our game to win. Gotta say, you guys, I'm really stoked to be in here with you all today. It was a fun time. I've been a nervous wreck. Let's see. Two early fouls and probably never really got into rhythm. Yeah, Chris, I don't think Shafino got into a great rhythm today. But and we've had the Galloway production talk. I think Galloway was the guy today. He played defense. I think that's what's most important. He played defense and didn't turn the ball over. Rebounding, assists, and no turnovers for Trey Galloway. I don't care he only scored 2 points or 4 points. Do I like Orlando Brown now? I am not sure how I feel about Orlando Brown. I'm glad that he took less money and came to Cincinnati. I'm glad that they didn't have to pay him $23 million a year. For $16 million, and with that big bonus, I'll take that. The next couple weeks, because I'm going to be screaming. You know what? Give me a win on Sunday. Send this team to the Sweet 16, and you're going to hear me yell. You cannot expect 20 from Race every game, but you can expect him for 10 and 10 most of the time. And he got 9 rebounds and 20 points. He was the benefit. Yeah, Wong is Miami's best player. And you know what? I believe if you take the Rick Pitino approach, you knock down their best player, and you have a great chance to win. Really stoked I'm really stoked for Sunday's game. I will set the stream up as soon as humanly possible. As you walk out of here today, make sure that like button has been smashed. Hit the bell for more content. I may pop in here tomorrow. If there is something going on in one of these games tomorrow, I may pop in. We did not turn the ball over, Jay. Absolutely. You want to talk about another statistic that's huge? 7 turnovers today. 7 turnovers, 7 blocks, and 14 assists. Dang! Lots of good stuff today. Vance, appreciate you, my brother. I love you guys. I can't wait to see you on Sunday. I'm going to close this baby down and try to get a nap tonight because it's almost 1 a.m. I don't stay up this late. Much love for all y'all. I will see you all Sunday. JB, that is a relief. You are absolutely right. Get that monkey off the back. Get that dub. Get that dub. Let's see. It is time. Love everybody.